What's up? Welcome everybody to Exploring the Ka. This is just a quick video to let you guys know I'm most likely planning for around 8:30, between 8:30 and 9:30 tonight to go live. We're going to be discussing various things, and you can find us at patreon.com/the mystical spiral. One of the things that we're going to be discussing is the 18th dynasty, and of course Amenhotep the third is one of the main pharaohs from the 18th dynasty, and of course he would go on to become the father of Amenhotep the fourth, who is better known as Akhenaten. Some of Amenhotep the third's remarkable feats. Am I Catholic? I would say I'm more of a Christian mystic in a way. But you see, I believe in things that go beyond the church. Yeah, I also believe there's other worlds out there in the cosmos that God has also created. Right? So I don't tend to limit it to just this planet. And I think this planet is just a little fragment, but I do believe in Jesus, and I do believe that Jesus was brought here to bring us back to the Stargate of higher density of heaven, right? But no, I do have a family that is connected to Roman Catholicism, and I know a lot about it, and I grew up part of it, you know. But I wouldn't consider myself Roman Catholic, no. I definitely don't practice it. But there's elements of Christianity that I do believe. So I wouldn't throw it completely out the window. But I believe, most Roman Catholicism, which they don't even realize, is more close to Santeria. I mean, when you come to look at it. So, no. To answer your question, no, I'm not. But I would consider myself almost like a Christian mystic. But then again, most Christians wouldn't consider me the normal Christian, because I also believe in things that go a little bit beyond what they would agree with, right? Especially when it comes to the travel of souls. But that being said, we're going to be talking about Amenhotep the third. Now, he brought back splendor to the 18th dynasty, of course, and he's known for a lot of things, one of them being the colossal statues that was made during his reign. I mean, you have two that are still left standing that I know of. I mean, they're like 70 foot or more, I don't know, something like that. Most of them have been defaced in a way. But you also have some that are in the British Museum. I know there's one in the British Museum that's made of pure red granite, and the head is like, 2 point something meters or something like this, or 3.3 meters or something. It's something like 10.9 feet, which is what, 3 point something meters, or something like that, which is remarkable. And that's red granite. I think they only have like the head and one of the arms left that they have in the British Museum. But one of the colossal statues, I believe it is the northern, or the bigger of the two of the colossal statues that are left. One of them, in the year 27 AD, there was like a mega quake. And in the year 27 AD, after this mega quake, when the sun's rays would hit it in the morning, it would have this harmonic sound, like harps, like the sound of heaven and harps, this harmonic resonant frequency that would come out. I think it had something to do with the temperature in the air that would get in from the earthquake maybe lifting it, or doing something to it or something like that. And there would be a temperature change, and air would get in, and it would make this harmonic frequency. And then later on, I think it was a Roman emperor or somebody like that went to go repair it, and it never made that sound again. So we're talking about things related to Amenhotep the third. That's just one of the things, but that really is just a small fraction of some of the things that I wanted to get into about the 18th dynasty, because a lot of my, you could say, cosmic viewings that I've been doing, they're related to things that have to do with Egypt lately, and certain star systems. And I found a lot of things were being shown to me related to Amenhotep III, and some of the things that he accomplished and he activated during his reign, which led to the birth of his son. Actually, Amenhotep IV was brought into power alongside of Amenhotep III, his father, before his father passed. People don't realize that his father, Amenhotep III, was in reign for at least, because from the research I've done, I don't know the exact amount of years. I don't think anybody truly knows the exact amount of days, but it was for at least 36 years that he did reign. We know this. So what he accomplished in those 36 years was pretty intense. And he's also was known as like a mighty hunter. Very similar descriptions as the Nephilim or Rephaim, right? As they would call these kings or pharaohs. He was known as a mighty hunter, known as dedicated to Sekhmet. Yet he was a hunter of lions, right? He was known to be a hunter of lions, and of course, this sound I forgot to mention, that was generated from the statue of the colossal statue of Amenhotep III, was given a Greek name of Memnon, right? It was even called the voice of Memnon, the sound of Memnon that was coming out of it. And Memnon being a Greek god connected to his mother Eos, right? And I think it was the Roman Emperor Septimus Severus. I think that was the correct name. That was it was in the 100s, like AD 170s, something like that. But when it was like when he went to go restore it, and the sound ceased forever. There was like some false claims after it, but it was in 27 AD where the mega quake happened that created the quote unquote voice of Memnon. Right, so I got some information that came to me when I remote viewed these colossal statues as well. And also, we're going to be talking about tonight what happened, and this is strictly for Patreon, because a lot of this is going just in my book. So I will be given certain information that's going in my book only on Patreon. But I remote viewed the Sphinx, and what I found, nobody has ever talked about before. And in fact, I found it connected to a certain star that most ancient Egyptian experts, or quote-unquote so-called experts or Egyptologists, actually claim that this certain star, ancient Egypt had no knowledge of it, because it's not in their sky. It's below the horizon and never visible to them. So people assume that they never even had knowledge of this certain star that was shown to me. That is in direct connection to technology related to below the Sphinx. That's the best I can tell you right on here. But yeah, everybody, it's really an exciting time that we're living in, and in the next few months, it's going to be very crucial what kind of knowledge, people, they're going to be looking for information. A lot of people out there are going to say, like, you have a lot of useless information. Well, let me tell you, most people out there are only worried about paying bills and money and this and that. They're not worried about the moment of death. They're not worried about how they're going to navigate after this world is complete, after their life in this reality is done, and they cross, right, to the next soul station, if you want to say. They're not going to be able to navigate their way. They're going to be truly lost. Most ancient cultures always some of the most important thing was the focus on the afterlife. This is not for, this is not a primitive way of thinking about things. And most people, when they die, they probably, especially when they cross over, a lot of people will even talk about certain lights that they might see or get allured to it. The best advice I can give to you is sometimes the alluring lights might be a lie. Sometimes you need to turn around and look behind you. So, guys, tune in tonight. It's patreon.com/themysticalspiral and spiral out.